Class 72, Chapter 5, Beginning, Power Supplies. Now, in a conventional or say linear power supplies, you have step down transformer, rectifier, filter, and then load. First AC will be stepped down because this is 230 volts. For normal electronic circuits or DC circuits, we need lower voltages. So it will be stepped down, then rectified, means AC to DC, then filtered, means removing the ripples, then given to the DC load. Usually there will be a regulator also in between here. Before here you will have a regulator. Okay, that is not shown here. Anyhow, the biggest problem here is, one is the bulk transformer, heavy. In your lab you will have seen, you might have seen that the power supplies are heavy. Okay, another problem is the high power wastage in the regulator also. So bulky and inefficiency, these two are the biggest disadvantages of linear power supplies. Those are overcome in SMPS. In SMPS you have two types, one that uses transformer, these types, another those do not use transformers. So here a typical SMPS functional block diagram is shown. See, in an SMPS, the input power supply, the high voltage power supply, AC power supply, is directly rectified first. This is AC, that is rectified and filtered before the next step. First it is converted into DC, then applied to the transformer through a power switch. For the duration which this power switch is on, the duty cycle of this on, percentage or fraction of the energy that is delivered to the load can be varied. This control and feedback circuit determines the duty cycle. If you want lower voltage, reduce the duty cycle. If you want higher voltage, increase the duty cycle. What voltage you need, set that to the comparator. It is also called as error amplifier, because it is going to measure the error, right? That we will see later. So here that switch will operate at very high speed, say 40-50 kilohertz or even more. Now the transformer size can be very much less. You know, for a transformer, E is equal to this much, phi is equal to VA. If frequency is less, you need more area of cross section for a given voltage. If frequency is increased, A can be less, core area can be less, hence size of transformer becomes small. In linear power supplies, the frequency was 50 or 60 Hertz. In SMPS it is 40-50 kilohertz or even more. So this size can be very very small. That is the highest advantage of SMPS. Another thing is the switch acts in on or off state, hence loss is less. In case of linear power supplies, in case of regulators, if regulators are used, they will be in the linear mode, hence power dissipating. This is the simplified block diagram. If you cannot write this figure, write this figure. See, this is the PWM oscillator, means it will give voltages like this, or like this. If you need more voltage, output voltage, the duty cycle will be more. If you give this to the, say, switch, MOSFET or SCR or power transistor, whatever it is, you will get more output voltage. If it is lesser, you will get lesser output voltage. Now this is nothing but drive circuit. You know, if you have studied in chapter 2, if the power level or current level of the oscillator is lesser than the gate drive or required by the control circuit of the switch, you will have to boost it. That is the drive circuit.